Hello everyone, I'm Marcin Ukleja. I'm the co-founder and experience designer of geosocial service, the new geosocial service called VYBE Map. It is the startup which is under development and it is not ready yet, but today I'm going to show you how we crystallize the idea of the whole service, especially the mobile app. Let's start with the Google's definition of vibe, which is a person's emotional state or the atmosphere of a place as communicated to and felt by others. And what we do really love about this definition is that it touches almost every aspect of our service, because the service is about the person and about the others, their emotional states and their feelings, which are related to places, which then creates the atmosphere, which then is communicated to everyone. So these are the main aspects of our service. But let's take a look at this panorama of Warsaw. We can see so many different places here, like Royal Castle, Palace of Culture and Science, squares, streets, parks, even people. But we cannot see something that we can easily feel when we are there. This is some kind of the mood, the atmosphere, the ambience, or just the vibe. So our mission is to allow everyone to see the vibe. So I will start with the patterns, design patterns, and I'm going to walk you through 9 different design patterns that are already known. Because we don't want to reinvent the wheel, because we strongly believe, like Bartek said before, that innovative design is not about creating new patterns. It is mostly about mixing existing ones in an innovative way. So it will be quite intense, so I will try to make it short. Pattern number 1, which is smooth sharing. I'm afraid that every time it works twice when I hit the button, so that might be a problem. Okay, so mood sharing. This is the design pattern. Yeah, every time. Is it possible to fix it? Or maybe. It might be a disaster. But okay, now I hope it won't be the problem. And we got the Facebook mood swing and event app as an example of using the pattern. Facebook, of course, uses the list of more than 100 feelings to allow you to express yourself. Mood swing uses very fancy chart, which is in fact very useful, and it allows you to map your mood. Vent uses slider together with the list, so you can be quite precise about expressing your emotions. So pattern number 2, yeah, it worked this time. Which is here and now. Very simple rule, and many apps are using it. We've got Waze, which is community-based navigation app, where reports relies on location and time. Yo app, a very simple messaging app that allows you to send so-called yos now together with the location, and almost every weather app that is based on the location and time. It's also usually part of the interface. Pattern number 3 is thumbs up, thumbs down. It's also called voting. And we have YouTube, Spotify, and Zeit here. All of them use almost the same iconography to allow users to like or dislike the content, whether it is video, song, or article. But what is the key value of it is that the recommendations are built upon that. So it was important for us. Pattern number 4, gestures. Very simple and popular one, but it became the trademark only for few apps. Of course, not only these ones. We've got Tinder with best known slides, swipes, swipe left, swipe right to like or dislike the person. We've got the Clear, which is a to-do app, and you can do almost anything in this app only with gestures. Or Vine, which also uses very nice interactions to allow you to record the looped videos. Pattern number 5 is hashtags. Of course, I don't need to explain it, and I also don't need to introduce these free services. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all of them uses hashtags, and what is important for us is that they don't use it in the same way. The history of these hashtags, the evolution, the strategy they have is completely different, so we didn't take this pattern as is. Pattern number 6 out of 9 is crowdsourcing. Very big word, and of course we've got Wikipedia as an example. When users create the content, once again Waze, the navigation app where almost everything is created by its users, and Weather Map. It is also a very funny app that allows you to report the weather conditions to the whole community. So it's about the crowdsourcing. Now, anonymity, very, very tricky one, and as an example I have 3 apps, Yik Yak, Secret, and Whisper. All of them works in very similar way because they allow to communicate completely anonymously. But what was the great learning for us is that it builds many opportunities to do such things, but also it brings many risks, and I think they experience it. So it was really good lesson for us to analyze it. Pattern number 8, it is a very important one. You also have it in our logo, somehow visualized. This expiration date. Expiration date is quite a nice pattern. We have Snapchat as an example when you can send the messages that simply disappear after a given time. We've got Tinder with so-called moments that last for 24 hours only. And Confined app, this is the messaging app. It also proves that content doesn't last forever, and so the messages once read are simply self-destructed. So this expiration date pattern was very important for us because it builds completely different user behaviors, and that's why it was very important for us. And the last one out of 9 is also very deep and wide topic, is gamification. A lot of examples across the market. Swarm, geosocial service using stickers, leaderboards, and so on. Duolingo, educational app, or Fitbit, and many, many other fitness apps. All of them are using gamification. So now I'm going to show you how we implement these patterns in our mobile app, because mobile app is our first step to build our service. So let's start with the mood sharing. This was the beginning of our idea because we thought that it's a great opportunity to make something simple that will allow you to communicate your emotions to others. But then we thought that maybe it's not enough, and we've added location to it. And we found that VYBE, in fact, is nothing else, than location-related mood. So it was very important to us to stick to this idea, so we proceeded further and analyzed what the VYBE is. And in fact, VYBE is really related to a location, but it's also related to time. It doesn't last forever, so here and now, with real time and real location was also our goal. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It is related to the mood sharing because we thought that maybe we don't need to choose from 100 feelings to really express them. So in fact, we reduced it only to 2 kind of the emotions that describes VYBE. There's a positive vibe and negative vibe. We gave it a color. This is a screenshot from our first prototype. It was self-explanatory that green is for positive vibe. We also gave it the name. There's a vibe up and vibe down. There are 2 actions that you can do in the app. But we thought that we want to raise it even to the higher level. So we introduced gestures. What we love about the gestures here is that they are very easy to use, because when we have the buttons, we have to look at the phone, even if they are really big, like on previous example. But with swipes, you can do it without looking at your phone. So now I will show you how it works in a slow motion. Let's imagine that I would like to express myself and tell everybody that here's a very positive vibe. So I'll do it in slow motion. I'm just swiping up across the screen, not entire screen, of course. And now I can see the message, release to vibe up. So I release my finger, and now I have the vibe already in place. So believe it or not, but in many cases, many scenarios, I can really put my phone back to my pocket and forget about anything. And this is the shortest scenario, and we strongly believe that it will be really popular scenario of using our app. But we wanted to make it, like Monica said before, some kind of the interaction, some kind of the micro interaction. So we want to make this interaction in up to 3 seconds. But let's imagine another user, another scenario that I would like to express myself more clearly, be more precise. So now I have the hashtags. So to this particular vibe, I can add any hashtag I want. In this case, this is UX Poland, for example, experience everywhere, or coffee. So, so we decided that this is the good way to express ourselves, to add additional content. What we don't like about this solution is the keyboard, because we really believe that keyboard is not very good, good kind of the interaction. It's rather a compromise. So we've maybe not invented, but created very simple algorithm that allows us to choose the hashtags really easily. So our target here is to, of course, reduce typing as much as we can. So we want to have only 5% of the characters to be actually typed, and 90% of them from all the hashtags will be predicted. But okay, let's add these hashtags, and now I can see my newly created vibe in the place where I'm currently am. So, but we have to remember that I'm not the only user of the VYBE Map. So now we can see that there are many other vibes from other users. So we want to allow everyone, no matter what platform they use, to allow them to use this app. What is also quite important here, when we are sharing so many locations from so many people, is anonymity. There's no registration required in the app. You can start using it without any registration, and your vibes are completely anonymous. No one can even see who is the author of each vibe. So this is about the anonymity. But something is wrong with this map, because I believe that some of these vibes are not up to date, and simply they are not current. So we've introduced the expiration date, which is in VYBE Map 1 week. So now we can see only vibes that are not older than 1 week. We also added one more improvement. We are fading them according to their age. So now it is more meaningful which vibes are really new, which are just fading away and will soon disappear. Okay, now another case. I will try to speed up a little bit. This is the case when I'm going to explore the world around, and let's say I'm looking for the good spot for the coffee. So now we've designed very subtle user interface. We are not going to showing off with new iconography and so on, with the search box on the top. So let's tap the search box, and now we can see my recent searches, and coffee is on the top because I recently looked for it. Let's choose it. And now I can see, I'm so sorry, I can see, once again, okay, it works. Now I can see the spots and vibes that have the hashtag coffee. Now it is very easy to find a good spot, and we also can see some spots that we should avoid. And we can, of course, search for any hashtag, bike, beer, sightseeing, whatever we want. And the gamification, you've just seen that slide. It is currently under development. We are still trying to find the best badges that you can earn by using the app. There will be badges for frequently usage, or there will be badges, for example, for visiting many countries. So there will be a lot of opportunities to enter some kind of the game. So what's next? I know that we are still building the app, but we are thinking about the next steps, and widgets are one of them, because we want to allow users to really interact very quickly with the VYBE Map. Notifications are also very important. This is the part of exploring the world, that you don't need to open the app, and you will be able just to receive some notifications about the VYBE that is nearby. And of course, we want to enter the world of wearables, especially smartwatches, because we believe that they are really good for this kind of the interactions, when you can really simply vibe up or vibe down, or receive the notifications. We also have the plans to enter the real world, mostly by visualizing the VYBE in real time, in real space, using different technologies, but mostly with lights. I think it will work the best. And to be honest, we think that we can do anything that will allow us to see the VYBE. So even if it will be the gadget, like VYBE glasses, we're really open to do that, because our mission is still to let everyone see the VYBE. Thank you so much.